Welcome to Road to 100 Million, where we are on a mission to impact over 100 million lives to achieve their dreams. Welcome to this episode of Road to 100 Million, where we are on a mission to impact over 100 million lives to achieve their dreams. Today is another beautiful episode of 5 Minute Friday, where we're going and transcoding some lessons to get you guys started and finishing off your week strong. So today I wanted to go into a quote that I recently found from an audiobook I've been listening to, and it's quite simple actually. It says, if it does not serve you, don't think it. Okay, so the reasons I wanted to bring this up was because a lot of the times as entrepreneurs, as just young millennials or whoever you are, sometimes we get into these states where we start to think about exactly what we don't want, right? Whether it's the job you want, whether it's the career you want, the results you want, right? Whatever it is, anytime we have something coming up that we're hoping for, right? We want it to go well. Say it's a sales call, say it's a job interview, whatever it is you have. A lot of the times, our mind will start to downplay it. Like, when you say you hope for something to happen, hope is really just saying, yeah, I'd like it to happen, but if it doesn't, that's okay too. Right? So what we need to do is change these decisions, change these thoughts, because we can't control the thoughts that come into our mind, but we can control the ones we focus on. Okay, so make sure you're focusing on what you want. Don't say, I'm going to try and make these things happen. Say, I'm going to make these things happen. Right? Don't say, I hope I get that job. Say, I'm going to get that job. These subtleties in the thoughts and your thought processes are going to change your life so much for the better, because you're going to start having more confidence in doing things. And don't worry, just because you're making these promises to yourself and you don't do it, well, guess what? Every time you get back up from breaking that promise to yourself and making more promises, that's how character is built, right? I don't always hit all the goals I set for myself, but it doesn't mean I stop trying. I just set the goals for the next month. Now that I realize, okay, I shot too far. This is what I was able to do. How can I double that? Right? And now you're just moving forward. So don't be afraid to break those promises either, because it's going to happen. You're not always going to achieve every single goal, every single milestone at the time you want it to happen. It's going to happen how it happens, because it can't happen any other way than how it happens. So basically, we're either projecting our imagination, right? Using our imagination to project into a future of a result we either want or don't want. And then if you look in the past, we're projecting off of memory, off of past experiences of what we want or don't want. So it's really, really important to stay in the present as far as thinking about what we want, right? Not what we don't want, right? Not thinking, oh, what if that happens? A lot of the times in your head when you're having those conversations and you say, but if, what if, any of those ifs, right? Just stop it. What is your process of thoughts every time you have a negative thought that comes into your mind? What is your process of changing that? Because really, it's just a habit. If that thought continues to come in your mind, it becomes a habit, right? So what is your habit of changing that negative thought? Every time you have a sense of scarcity, say for money, right? What is that thought? Is it the I don't have enough, or is it I don't have enough yet? That's why I'm doing what I'm doing, right? Or is it I don't have that job? Or is it I don't have that job yet? Or is it I'm going to have that job, right? There's very, very subtle differences in the conversations you have with yourself. And like I've said before, those are the most important conversations you will ever have. So make sure that, one, you're being aware of any time a negative thought or emotion comes into your mind, right? Anytime you have a negative thought or emotion, what are you turning that into? Are you allowing it to continue to eat you up? Or are you turning it into a constructive or positive emotion, right? Because it doesn't mean all the time that you have to be positive and be like, no, yeah, everything's going great when, shit's lighting on fire and you don't know what to do, right? It has to be constructive as well, right? I didn't hit my goals, but you know what? I know how I can next month, right? Or I know how I can improve, or I know where I need to improve, right? Constructive, because it's not always going to be positive, but you have to be constructive. You have to be honest with yourself for where you're at compared to where you want to be, right? So constructive and positive, but the negative is just, it does you no good. If it does not serve you, do not think it. And I believe that should be it for today. I honestly not sure how long that went or not, but listen, guys, seriously, any kind of thought or emotion that comes to your mind like that, what are you turning it into, right? Are you turning it into a constructive or positive emotion and thought? Or are you allowing it to continue to eat up and you continue to have that whole drive home just thinking of all the things you don't want, right? Make sure you're always thinking about what you want. Okay. So with that said, I appreciate you all for coming to this episode of Road to 100 Million. As always, every week is getting more fun and fun. I absolutely love doing these every single week. The raw talks are super fun with Jacob, all the interviews of the people I get to meet, and the people always reaching out and giving me such good feedback on the podcast and the message I'm trying to spread here. So I thank you all so much. And as always, guys, reach out with any questions whatsoever. I'm always here to help you with any of my knowledge, my resources, or any guidance I can give, really. So feel free to reach out at any time at Andrew Zales, or email me, andrew@andrewzales.com, and I will reply to everything. So with that said, I will catch you guys on the next episode to Road to 100 Million. Peace.